Okay, good morning children. We are meeting again for the second semester. I hope you all are well with your health and be safe by staying at home. Okay, so for the second semester we are going to start with the chapter lesson number 8, that is decimals. Very interesting chapter to understand and learn. Okay, now before coming on to the part of chapter, I just want to ask you that I had written here, read the number. So the first number is 315. How you are going to read that number? 315, right? You also had learnt about fractions. So this is 31, 5 upon 10. Can you guess what kind of fraction this is? Yes, it is a mixed fraction with the whole number and a proper fraction. I recall your memory, proper fraction means where the numerator is smaller and denominator is bigger. Okay, these two you are very well aware about the numbers, how you read the number, but I had written here 31.5. How you are going to read this number? There is a little change in this number. Now we have a new member to be introduced, that is a point in our chapter, right? Okay, so now the number will be read as 31.5. This point or a dot is nothing but a decimal number. This is called decimal point, and the number which is having a point in between this whole number is called a decimal number. Children, I hope this is clear to you. Understand the basics of the chapter. When a number includes a point, we write a point only once. Whatever the number is bigger, but decimal point cannot be repeated. It is only written once. So 31.5, this point is nothing but a decimal point, and a number which is having a point in between is a decimal number. Now, fractions can be written in the form of a decimal number, right? Okay, now before decimal, the number that you see, that is 31. I read as 31. That is called a whole number, right? Before decimal the number is 31, which is read as 31. That is a whole number, what we write besides this fraction bar, right? And 5 upon 10, always the fraction is converted into decimal. So 5 upon 10, how you are going to write? 0.5. I will come on to the explanation about this. But understand, this fraction, proper fraction, is converted into decimal by adding a point in between the number. The number means between the whole number, that is 31, and a proper fraction, that is 5 upon 10. I add a number by removing this fraction bar. So 31.5, the decimal number 31.5, right? Okay, now after this basic, I come on to the definition of decimals. How you are going to make the definition, learn the definition. What you cannot say a person that when you keep a point in between, there is a decimal number. It has a proper word form. That is a fraction shown as a decimal point followed by the number of, just check out the spelling, tens, T-E-N-T-H-S, hundreds, that is H-U-N-D-R-E-D-T-H-S, etc. These are the numbers that affect after the decimal point, right? Okay, for example, I have taken here 3 quarters. Now children, what do you mean by quarters? Quarter means, you know that in a year we have how many months? 12 months. So when I part that 12 months into 4, right? That 4 parts are equally distributed or shaded into 3, right? That 4 parts again are shaded into 3. So if I say, okay, write 3/4 quarters, so total a part of 12 equal parts are 4, right? So that 4 is in the denominator, and out of that 4 quarters, out of that 4 total quarters, 3 quarters are shaded. Are you getting me? 3 quarters are shaded. So the numerator will be 3, because total parts are 12. Total parts of 12 are 4. So denominator, that 12 we had parted into 4 equal parts, and out of that 4 we had shaded 3 parts. So 3 upon 4. Your parents as well as you now will be aware about when we are paying the fees, we ask for the first 2 quarters and then for the 3 and 4 quarters. So total a month means for 12 months we had bifurcated into 4 equal parts. Okay, so total 4 parts, out of that 3 parts are shaded, so 3 quarters. So 3 upon 4. Now this is a fraction form. How are you going to convert it into or express or show into decimal? When you divide 3 by 4, your answer will be 0.75. This division I will show you later. Firstly, you are not supposed to go with the division, how to keep a point in the actual division method. We will go systematically, step by step. But this is a part of an example that fraction, this is a normal fraction 3 upon 4, can be expressed or shown in a decimal part as 0.75. Okay, the very first what we are going to learn is tenths. That is TENTHS, 1 upon 10. Tenths means not 10, what we are writing as a whole number, right? TENTHS, tenths means 1 upon 10, right? This is a part of a whole number. So 1 upon 10. Okay, explaining this 1 upon 10 fraction into decimal. How we can convert this 1 upon 10 into a decimal fraction or decimal number? I go with the help of unit of length. You know, when we want to measure the length, we use the units like millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. I have taken here a unit, fixed unit, that what we cannot change is a standard unit. 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Now, I want to convert this millimeter, 10 millimeter into how many centimeters? Means, if I want to find that 10 millimeter makes 1 centimeter, this is a standard unit, you cannot, neither me can change. So, if 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, what will be 1 millimeter about the centimeter? How I can find out that if 10 millimeter is 1 centimeter, so then what about if 1 millimeter is there, then how many centimeters it can be as a part of the answer? Okay, now I have used here 2 units, mm, that is millimeter, cm, that is centimeter. 10 millimeter makes my 1 centimeter. So if I want 1 millimeter here, so it will be how many centimeters? You can check out the question mark I kept here. So a question mark, whenever you find a question mark, the number which is written above the question mark will be always the numerator. That is 1 in the numerator, and this 10 is on the opposite side, opposite units. So this go into denominator. And second and the most important thing, when 2 units are given, one is a small and one is a big unit. Whenever you convert small unit into big unit, we always go for the division. Please remember. So 1 upon 10 centimeter is equal to, the answer is 0.1 centimeter. Okay, now how does 0.1 comes? Children, listen here. First of all, check out the denominator. We have 10 as a denominator, right? And we have numerator as 1. Now, whenever you convert a fraction into the decimal number, always check the total digits of denominator. Here total digits are 1 and 2. So 10 are having 2 digits total. So what you will do in the numerator, this is 1. So you will add 0 before 1. Please remember, whenever you add a 0 to make the numerator digits and the denominator digits same, you have to add only and only 0 there before the number given. Here this is 1, so I added a 0 before 1. Right? So now the digits in the numerator are 2, that is 0 and 1, and the digits in the denominator also are 2, that is 1 and 0. Okay, now in a 10, how many zeros are there? But natural 1, right? So, wherever you have written the number, that is from the right part of the number, you will start counting a digit. As in 10, we have 1 0, so only count one digit. So, I counted 1, right? As I have 1 0, I counted a digit from the right, 1, and then immediately I will keep a decimal point, right? Please do not remove this 0. This 0 cannot be removed, right? Only the zeros which are at the end of the right side numbers, that is after 1, you can remove the zeros, but not before the decimal point or in between the decimal point. Again I repeat children, please remember, first of all, whenever you have a fraction form and the denominator is 10, 100 or 1000, check it out the number of digits in the numerator and denominator. Here the denominator is having 2, numerator is having only 1 digit. So convert them by adding zeros into the same number of digits. So here denominator are having 2, I added 0 before the number given in the numerator, that is 1, 0. So now the 2 digits are similar on the numerator and denominator part. Write the number 0, 1. In a 10 we have only 1 0, so after from the right side the number whatever you have in the numerator, count just one digit. I counted 1, right, and immediately I keep a decimal point. So converting fraction, that is 1 upon 10, the answer is 0.1 centimeter. I hope this is clear to you. Coming on to the new topic, that is fractions as decimals. Children, this is very easy. Just you have to go through the note what I have written. To convert fractions into decimals, the denominator must have either 10, 100 or 1000. Before, unless and until you are not having 10, 100 or 1000, you cannot convert the fraction into decimal numbers. Now I have taken an example 5 upon 10. See here again there are 2 digits in the denominator 10. So this 5, before 5 I will add what? 1, 0. Only and only 0. So before 5 I added 0. In 10 I have only 1 0. So count one digit, that is 5, and keep a dot. That is your answer, 0.5. 75 upon 100. Now here there are total how many digits? 3. Here there are 2. So now to make 3 digits there are in the denominator, you have to again add 0. But where you will add 0? Not before 5 but before 7. So before 7 and 5 you will add 0 as a third digit. Now in 100 how many zeros we have? 2. So now how many digits you will count? Children, you have to use some of your memory or some of your common thinking, right? So now as in 10 we counted 1. So now here we are having a 2 zeros. So how many digits you will count? 2 digits, right? So 5 and 7 I had counted 2 digits, and then after I kept a decimal point. But this is very easy. They all are having the denominators 10 or 100. But what about 1 upon 2? I cannot convert 1 upon 2 because the denominator is not either 10, 100 or 1000. So to make it has to be converted into either 10, 100 or 1000 by using a common number. As we had seen in the fraction, the numerator and the denominator number should be same. Now which number you will multiply to get my answer 10 in the denominator? 5. 2 5s are 10. This 5 same is repeated in the numerator. So 1 5s are 5. So 5 upon 10. Now children, you already know how to convert the decimal. So 0.5. In the same way, 3 upon 25. Now the denominator is not either 10, 100 or 1000. So what you will do? Use a number by which the denominator and numerator will be multiplied with the same number to get my answer either 10, 100 or 1000. So 25 4s are 100, 3 4s are 12. Here again 2 digits, 3 digits, add 0 before 1, 2 here, right? And count the 2 digits as we have 2 zeros in the 100. So 1 and 2, keep a dot, and this is your answer. Same way 4 upon 125. Now children, here already 3 digits, so not an issue to get our answer in the denominator 10 or 100. Definitely our answer will be in the 4 digit, that is 1000. So 4 upon 125 will be multiplied with 8 in the numerator and denominator to get my denominator 1000. 125 into 8 is 1000. 4 8s are 32. Okay, now here total digits are how many? 4. 3 zeros and 1 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the numerator I have only 32, that is 2 digits. So how many more zeros you will add before 32? 2, right? So 0, 0, 3, 2. How many zeros I have in 1000? 3. So count the 3 digits from the right side. 1, 2, 3. Keep a dot. After ending on a 3, third digit, keep a dot, and this is your answer. Hopefully this is clear to you. I continue further with the next two topics.